Jackie's telling Ryan to shave his beard because she doesn't like it. I'm sure he doesn't like her crazy eyes, having to deal with her 24 personalities and putting up with HPD, but here he is. Maths Australia, Tuesday the 22nd of April, episode 30. And after Adrian being not too bad over the past few episodes, his true colours are shown once again. Yay! It's time for homestays, and Athena's twin sister Cleo is back, thank God. I feel like she's the only person in that family with a brain. He's got the audacity, I'm not surprised, but he does have the audacity to say that he wants an apology for Cleo. This guy is a complete fanny. Admittedly, over the past few episodes, he's not been that bad. We've been agreeing with some of the things he's been saying, but the show hasn't really been focusing on them that much, so that's obviously why. They go to Athena's home and she's decided not to introduce her son to Adrian. I think that tells us all we need to know. It's either been 2 or 3 months and she doesn't want to introduce them. That's it, it's over. What really annoys me about Athena is she'll sit and say, oh, I've got a really strong personality, he's got a really strong personality. No. Has she fuck? She's got a strong personality when it comes to sticking up for other people and speaking up for other people, but when it comes to speaking up for herself against him, she's a fucking weak ass bitch. And I know a lot of people don't like it when I say that women are weak, but she's fucking weak. If you're going to stay away from your son for months on end, just to possibly end up with this fucking subpar human, then there's problems. I wouldn't even stay away from my dog for a week for that. And I get that for whatever reason she thinks he's hot, but when you're a parent it's got to be more than that. He said from the start that he's not interested. He said from the start that he wouldn't love her son as much as he would love his own child. And now Cleo's asking if he would move to where they live, and he's like that, oh, my life's in Sydney, or wherever it is he lives. He's got no interest in trying. So why are they continuing with this? Cleo asked to speak to him alone, and she's saying, I think your relationship's fake, I don't like the way you speak to my sister. And then he still sat there and says that Athena wasn't crying that day when they went out for lunch, and she's like, she messaged me. She told me. Oh no, that's just your opinion. She fucking told me. She literally texted me. She literally said when I was sitting at the table that she'd been crying all morning. So shut your fucking mouth. It annoys me that they're not allowed phones. Because I'd have been like, oh hold on, I'll just fucking type in the date. There's the message. Fucking deny it now. Then I'd have brought Athena in. And I'd have been like, oh, you remember when you told me that you'd been crying all morning and you messaged me? He's saying that that's just my opinion. What have you got to say about that? Bring in the phones. Bring in the fucking phones. I'm sick of it. Anyway, it's very clear that these two aren't going to work out, and the best thing that could happen to her is for her to wake up and for him to have fucked off with his fake best pal Jasmine. We didn't really see much of Ray and Jeff, but they're going to be on tomorrow's show, but so far so good. Jamie and Dave. Everybody knows that I am a huge Jamie fan. Me and Jamie have got so many similarities, it's unbelievable. But I could not disagree with her sister anymore. Originally, Jamie didn't even know if she wanted to go and do homestays. Then they decided to go back, and because they live in the same town, they stayed in their own apartments. And I was like, yes, good for you, Jamie. Don't just crumble. Fucking show him that you're willing to take a stand, and you're not just going to fucking fall to your knees because he's decided to show up with 2 fucking packets of £5 flowers. So when they went to meet the sister was like, oh, is there romantic feelings? Is there love? Now, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 months, right? Let's just say it's 3 months. And Dave was like, oh, I'm not there yet. And the sister's like, oh, that's alarming. It's been 3 months. This is why I'm not like a meet the family type of person. I can't be fucked with families intervening in my business. First of all, it's got fuck all to do with you. And second of all, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I believe in love at first sight, right? I have literally fell in love at first sight. So, to me, it's a thing. But I've also went out with people and I've been going out with them, or I've known them. I've known them for years as a friend before we've even started going out. So it's not just as simple as like, oh, you just know straight away and then that's it for the rest of your life. They've went on a show called Married at First Sight. Not everybody is going to meet the person and be like that, oh, that's it, we're going to get married in real life now after 3 months. What the fuck is wrong with people? I've got friends in real life who have met somebody and they've literally got married within the first year, and that is insane to me. FYI, they're not together anymore, but I know a few people that have done that, and it doesn't make any sense. And in my mind, I think you should be with somebody for at least 5 years before you marry them. And I know that that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, because some people just want to be with somebody, you know, get married, have kids, and do all that. To me, it's too soon. That's just my personal opinion. But to say to somebody, oh, if you're not in love within 3 months and it's not going to happen, is ridiculous. I mean, by all means, meet somebody and get married that week if you want, but when the family gets involved and they try and tell people how they should be feeling, nah, too fucking far. Speaking of families, Karina and Paul, I already knew that this was going to rile me up when I seen the clip yesterday. I was just sitting like, fuck off, man. Actually fuck off. I understand the mum putting them in separate bedrooms even though she knows they've had sex, but it's one of those not under my roof scenarios. But the mum's making out as if, oh, we're such devout Catholics, religion is everything to us. If that's the case, why is she not a virgin? Why was she living with her partner out of wedlock? You just got to pick and choose your own fucking rules. Typical. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the mum asking him about his religion and what his religious beliefs are, and that's all fine and well, right? But when she says to him, oh, is it something that you would take into consideration, like, for the future? And he's just like, aye. What the fuck do you mean? They were sitting praying before food. He didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. He obviously doesn't know anything about religion whatsoever. And he says, oh, if that's something that is going to help us with our family in the future, then I would consider it. What the fuck? No. You can't just say, oh, right, okay, I'll go and get baptised. Aye, okay, I'll follow all these fucking stupid rules just to appease your fucking family. Get to fuck. And to be honest, I'm not even blaming Karina here, right? Even though she didn't speak up. But the mum was like, oh, it's really important to Karina as well. She didn't confirm or deny this. I know she said in the past that she was worried about it in case they had kids and what sort of like rules and stuff they would have. But she just sat there and said nothing. I couldn't be fucked with it. I was religious when I was young, and now I'm not. But I've dated people who have been religious, or I've dated people whose families have been religious, and when they've sat me down and says, oh, what's your thoughts about this and what's your thoughts about that? And if I don't agree with them, like one of my boyfriends had says, oh, don't say this like in front of my mum. And I said it because it's my fucking beliefs, and if she doesn't like it, she can take herself to fuck. Him just agreeing to just become religious, just to appease her family, is weak as fuck, and I can't be bothered with it. Religion's not a joke, it's a very serious thing, and I knew that I was going to get this wound up when I just seen the clip yesterday. I feel as if I've actually remained pretty calm about it. Then we had fucking 24 personality Jackie and Ryan. Now, I don't like Ryan or Jackie, but the fact that she was like, oh, what would you say if I says your beard's not manly and I'm going to shave it off? First of all, if you did shave off somebody's beard without their permission, then it's GBH, and she should know that because she's a lawyer. Second of all, I don't see him telling her to go and see a fucking psychiatrist, or better still, go and get a lobotomy, because that's the only thing that's going to get rid of your fucking 24 personalities. When he said about getting the flowers, and she says it was my idea to get the flowers, and then he announced it as if it was his idea, 100%, right? I don't think that she's telling lies about that. But then when they went to the shop and they picked flowers at like $100 and something, that weren't even nice, by the way, there wasn't even an orange lily in sight. And she stood there. Obviously they could edit this to make it look worse, right? But they stood there, she's waiting on him paying for it. And then she's like, oh, you don't have to pay for it. He paid for it because he was obviously forced into it. And then she gave him a cuddle and just started greeting. In the middle of the shop. She's exhausting. So apparently she's suing him now because he released videos there, like revenge videos, you know. So it's not as if I think he's a nice guy, but I think that she's just as bad. I'm wondering if Athena's going to meet Adrian's family tomorrow. That would be a fucking disaster. Let me know what you thought of today's episode. Did you agree with Jackie's sister? What did you think of Karina's mum? I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.